This is the St. Gregory Catholic Clinic, the only medical facility that we have here for thousands of refugees. And it's supported by UNHCR, even though now I'm told by the administrator that UNHCR has withdrawn most of their support. They only support few cases of sexual and gender-based violence, meaning that rape, defilement, sodomy, and what have few cases. But generally, refugees, you have to pay if you must benefit from any healthcare delivery here. Sanitation is a serious problem here. And as you can see, even though we have the NCS, the National Catholic Secretariat, that's supposed to be responsible for sanitation here, there's still need for some other group of NGOs or other workers to get involved in sanitation. I hope that in time to come, Sheffield and Alvarez will also embark on such project. Because of the poor sanitation here on the refugee camp, we also experience a whole lot of malaria cases and cholera. And here you have to pay maybe 25 pesos to use the public latrine, which is not even big enough, for everyone in the settlement. So a lot of people who cannot afford that, and because of the overcrowdedness, a lot of people, men, women, girls, boys, children, go to the Gulf. We call that the Gulf, the bush, and many times they get bitten by snakes and by scorpions, and our rape cases come from there. Someone did not have money to go to the latrine, and then they decided to go to the bush to ease themselves. And when they went there, somebody, because you are exposed to just anybody, the snakes, you are exposed to other men coming in. A lot of girls have been raped from there. So it's very a serious situation.
Now, as we walk through this area, I see a lot of these little shops.
Right.
Now, where is the money coming from for these shops to be in business? Or are they actually doing business? Do they just set up and then they don't really sell stuff?
What happened is that the camp actually inhabits different nationalities. We have Liberians who are in the majority. We have Ghanaians. We have Sierra Leoneans, we have Ivorians, we have Nigerians, and a lot of them coming and embarking their own businesses. Even though there are some Liberians, a small portion of Liberians that own their own shops, but to a greater majority or greater extent, we have Ghanaians and Nigerians with these shops and cafes and stuff. But for the Liberians, the handful of Liberians that have their own businesses here, they are the fortunate ones who have maybe some relatives abroad, and they receive some form of remittances. And so whatever they receive, they just convert it into the least petty business. But it's just in a handful. Majority of these shops are owned by Ghanaians and Nigerians. This is a reservoir where water is also a serious problem, even though we have an organization here called Point Hope that is helping us with pipe-borne water. But for months, even up to now, for about 3 months now, we haven't had water on the camp, on the settlement. And so those who have, or some Liberians who have little amount, who receive remittances from friends or relatives abroad, they have these reservoirs constructed, whereas they buy trucks of water, just truck the water and pay some amount, and they just dump it here, and then they sell by buckets. And that's how refugees, get some supply of water here. Agnat? Hello? This is Tracy's apartment. Tracy is here living with some friends. She tells me she's living with her friends and her 5 kids. So you can see this small room, they all live there. This place is owned by a friend of Tracy, and she just told me several times that many times they have quarrel. She has 5 kids plus herself, and it's not easy on her. Tracy has chronic fiber, and she needs, this month she needs surgery according to the doctor.
It in my chest. Every day I'm bleeding, so I don't go nowhere. I'm just here lying down whole day. I haven't eaten. I don't have money. So I'm asking you to please help me. Pleading to you. 'Cause I don't have no family here. I don't have nobody. My children say I have to go to town, but now I'm sick, so I don't go to town. So I will just send them all around. They will be playing, begging for food. So I don't want that. I don't want to die and live there, so they can suffer. So I'm begging you should please help me.
So Tracy is one of those people, many people in the camp that are involved into commercial sex to be able to find food for herself and her children. And from there, I don't know it's from there or where she's contacted this chronic fibroid stuff, and she needs this surgery. There are so many of them, so many who will be seeing a few more of them. There is this woman who has 9 children and no father. 9 children. We also will be meeting this woman. There is another one who has 7, and we will be meeting them. And I mean, there are a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. We can't meet all today, but I just want people out there who's listening and who's seeing to understand that this is Tracy, and this problem is numerous. There are so many teenage mothers, there are single mothers, there are even men, who have these kind of problems and don't have the means to get medical attention, don't have food, don't have the means to send their children to school. Even accommodation is a serious problem here. Accommodation. I was just speaking with Bernice this morning, last week, and she told me that she was put out, and the landlord told her about this week she's just vacate the place because she does not have money to pay. These are problems on the camp, challenges that a lot of refugees face, because here we are not working, here you're just left, and UNHCR is not doing enough. UNHCR, does not have the kind of service to empower refugee economically and what have you. They just withdrew the support from the clinic, meaning that if you are a refugee and you have this kind of sickness or what kind of ailment, you have to go to the clinic and pay money. How do you pay when you are not working? Besides that, even to benefit from other services on the camp, you have to pay. UNHCR has also stopped the food ration, the food assistance program for refugees. And so you can imagine, children are out of food, women, girls and boys, men, even myself here, you see. So kids, most time to even my children don't go to school because of school fees and what have you. This environment, I'm begging the international community, I'm begging you donors, I'm begging friends, churches, whoever that is listening to me, to please come to our needs. The children are going wayward because the mother and the parents now are not in the position to cater for them, to give them food and clothing and send them to school. It's not easy.
My name is Tommy. I'm 6 years old.
If there's anybody there, listening to me, this is my appeal to you out there, to please help a child, send a child to school, feed a child, take care of some child medical expenses and what have you, clothe a child. The mother also needs some empowerment. I believe that if this woman learns something and is able to use her hand to generate income, the children will be able. If she's also maybe involved in some small scale business, I'm sure she's going to be empowered enough to cater for her children. So I'm appealing to the world out there, the international community, you friends in America, wherever you are in the world, to please help people. There are a lot and lot and lot of them. None of these kids is in school, and most time they don't even have food. I visit them every day. Every day I visit them. This is also one. She's Kati, and she's a smart girl, but I'm telling you, schooling here is a problem. They need education. They need means to get medical assistance or Medicare. They need some finance. She needs at least some business to be able to help the children, send them to school. This is the smallest of them. He's also a smart guy, but it's just not easy.